I'm Trish. Welcome to the Gig House Kitchen. Today we're going to make some quick and easy OATY cookies that are really yummy to eat. So, let's get down to it. So as always, the first thing we need to do is to light the oven. So if you have an electric oven, you need to put it on 180 degrees centigrade. And if you have a gas oven, you need to put it on gas mark 5. So one of the main ingredients, as you've probably guessed from the title, is oats. But we also have flour, sugar, butter, and my flavourings are chocolate and some raisins and some vanilla essence. But you can actually flavour it with lots of different things. So the first thing I'm going to do is to put my butter into my bowl. Now, there's no eggs or anything in this mixture, so the only thing literally holding it together is the butter. So I'm going to put a towel down. I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla essence in, about a teaspoonful. And I'm going to give the mixture in the bowl a really, really good stir to make it very liquidy so that all the other ingredients stick to it. So this will probably take about a minute to do. So the next thing I'm going to do is to put in my soft brown sugar. Now you can put caster sugar in if you'd rather, if that's all you've got, and that works quite well. But I find soft brown sugar gives it a lovely sort of colour, dark colour, and it also gives it a really nice sort of sticky, toffee type flavour. So we need to get it back to liquidy again. Obviously I'm not very fit because mine are starting to hurt already. So now I've got it nice and liquidy. I can smell that lovely toffee smell of the sugar already. I'm going to add all the other ingredients. So the next thing I have is 50 grams of flour. I have 50 grams of oats. I have 50 grams of raisins and 50 grams of chocolate chips. So that goes in with my 75 grams of butter and my 50 grams of sugar. And now, literally, I'm just going to give it a really, really good mix. Now, if you find that the mixture hasn't gone together, it's a little bit too sticky or a little bit too dry, you can always add just a little bit more butter or a few more rolled oats. But that, to me, looks pretty good. Now it's ready to shape and to put on a tray. So I'm just going to get set up and I'll see you in a minute. So we have a nice greased tray here, and now I'm going to put my cookies onto my work surface. I'm just going to pull them together using my hand. And there we have it. Put a little bit of flour down and put them on the work surface. Now, there's different ways to portion them. You could make a nice big sausage and cut them up that way. They make about 9 or 10 cookies. Or you can do what I'm going to do now, which is to actually make it into a round, just to have a bit of a change really. I think I might make 8 slightly larger ones rather than 9 or 10 smaller ones. There we go, an executive decision. So there we go, nice round. So I'm now just going to score it or mark it out, not actually cut it, but just mark it into 8 quarters. Again, without the use of my glasses. So there we go. And then I'm going to cut out the 8ths, or the triangles, the 8 little triangles. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm just going to put them into quick rounds in my hands, working quite quickly because I don't want the butter to melt in my hand, and make sure they're the right size. As you can see, they're very, very quick to make, so they're great. Now you can put any flavouring you like in, cranberries, you name it, dried apricots, anything dried really, any dried fruit. Right, these look pretty even to me, perhaps not that one. There we go. You can get paranoid about these, and they are supposed to be rustic. So I think I'm going to let that go and just start putting them on my tray. So I'm going to spread them out a little bit. They have plain flour in, not self-raisin, so obviously they don't need a lot of room because they won't rise very much. And then I'm just going to flour the palm of my hand and press them down. There we go. I told you they were very quick and easy. So now I'm going to put them in the oven for about 15 minutes, no more than 20. You don't want to leave them in for too long, as one of my pupils once found when she left them in for 40 minutes. they were a little bit hard to eat, i.e. they nearly broke people's teeth. So about 15 minutes is good. So I'll see you in a moment. So the OATY cookies are now out of the oven. They took about 18 minutes to cook. Little bit complicating factor in that because they've got brown sugar in them, they often, you find it's a bit difficult to test if they are cooked. But these are pretty much where they should be. Now the most important thing to remember is they're like shortbread. They're soft until they cool and then they harden. So don't leave them in the oven to harden because they just won't do it. So anyway, these have been out for a couple of minutes and as you can see I can now take them off and lift them and put them onto the cooling tray. So I'm going to now let them cool and harden on the cooling tray and then they'll be ready to eat. So there we have it, quick and easy OATY cookies which are really, really delicious to eat. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time in the Gig House Kitchen. Bye!